Hello, YouTube. Agent of Doubt here for another ramble. So this morning, I did what a lot of people do. I woke up and started checking my social media because somebody must be wrong on the internet and I must let them know first thing in the morning. Anyways, I saw a tweet from a YouTuber that I'm subscribed to, Really Graceful, and she said, "What's causing this?" And she quote tweeted herself. I followed it, and she said that a CDC study has revealed a surge in the U.S. autism rate. And it says between 2010 and 2014, New Jersey saw a 43% spike in autism cases. Right? Hashtag what the fuck. And lest you guys think that I am attacking Grace because I have some bias against anti-vaxxers where I'm just going to be pure evil. I want you all to know that I am actually a member of Really Graceful's fan club. And I have been a fan of hers since the Grammar Troll days. So, it doesn't really fit because it's for kids, but whatever. I'm a fan club member more than you. Okay? So, for the last couple of years, Really Graceful has been exploring some of those more alternative concepts in the world, we'll put it. Conspiracy theories, right? And one of those she has paid particular attention to is vaccines. And she's of the caution club in the vaccine world, and I am not. And so she's been paying attention to autism rates very closely. And so I explained in a tweet to her that the reason for this so-called spike in the autism rates is not just in New Jersey, but all over. It's because of the deletion of subsets of different types of autism from the DSM, the Diagnostic Statistical Manual. And the latest revision was version 5, which came out in 2013. But a lot of people were getting on board with what the new standard was going to be for classifying different diagnoses in the years leading up to it. Okay? Because there were problems with the DSM 4TR. There just were, for a lot of different disorders. So the people who dealt with those specific disorders were already getting on board with what the new guidelines would be. Also, you don't see it as a smooth transition where, like, okay, this is our new definition of this disorder, and then everyone puts out a patch within the next week. No, it is a long process of different governmental bodies accepting different things, different insurance companies and Medicaid accepting different billing codes. It's a long process, and you're still going to find people diagnosed with things like Asperger's and Rett's and childhood disintegrative disorder and just unspecified personality disorders in children. You'll see it, right? But it's getting phased out as more things come online with the new criteria and the new diagnoses that we have as a standard. It's also a problem that you're never going to see go all the way to zero as long as there are international standards that sometimes conflict with the U.S. standards. So, yeah, I felt like going into this even further by pointing out something else that would look like a spike, right? And that would be around the same time between 2012 and 2013, 2020 to 2014. That range of years, you're going to see a spike in just general schizophrenia. That's not due to MK Ultra poisoning wells with LSD, okay, or fluoride or whatever. What it is the Diagnostic Statistical Manual decided to, in its next revision, delete things like paranoid schizophrenia and other subsets of schizophrenia. So you're going to see general schizophrenia which now is just looked at as mild, moderate, and severe, you're going to see that have a spike in the number of people who are diagnosed with it. And you're going to see a downturn on paranoid schizophrenia, as people start getting their businesses in line with what the diagnostic statistical manual lays out. So, I hope that parallel illustrates my point well. There are other things that different revisions have made statistics look like there's something going on. Also, the differences between the U.S. and Europe, between the DSM-5 and the ICD-10 models, makes it look like the U.S. has certain disorders a lot more than Europe, but that's because they have a different way of classifying things. So you have to take into consideration when you're trying to do these comparative statistics that you have to use the same criteria in judging one year versus the next, or one country versus another country, or else you're going to have some things that look like, oh my God, it must be fluoride in the water, making these people dumb versus these people smart. It must be, you know. That's all I got for this morning. Take care, everybody.